So we're going to call the regular meeting to order. The time is now 6 o'clock. Requirements of the Sunshine Law. This meeting was advertised in the Burlington County Times on January 16, 2022. Discussion of the 2022 budget. We will open the meeting for public comment. Concise comments limited to the workshop agenda topics would be appreciated. Please remember to state your name and address for the record. Additional time for public comment is offered at the official meeting at 7 o'clock.
Okay, I think you're supposed to adjourn to 107 before you open the public comment.
Before you do the comments.
Yeah, they can't comment on something they haven't heard.
Cover your mic up here, too, people here.
So, shall we? Go ahead.
You ready? Should I continue or start from the beginning? Start from the beginning. We'll call the regular meeting to order. The time is now 7:01. Requirement of the Sunshine Law have been met. The meeting was advertised in Burlington County Times on January the 10th, 2022. An electronic notice was given pursuant to NJAC 5:39-1.5. We will now do the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We will now have a moment of silence. Roll call.
Committeewoman Berkeley.
Present.
Committeeman Carr.
Present.
Committeeman De Silva.
Present.
Committeewoman Mungo. Mayor Henley.
Present. Approval of...
Also in attendance is Township Solicitor, Township Administrator, Deputy Clerk, Chief of Police, and EMS.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Approval of minutes, February 15th, 2022, regular meeting minutes. I can bring them all together, right? Or is it single? All right, in February 15th, 2022, workshop meeting minutes. Do we have a motion?
Oral motion. So,
Second.
Second by Silva. Roll call.
Committeewoman Berkeley.
Yes.
Committeeman Carr.
yes.
Committeeman De Silva.
Yes.
Mayor Henley.
Yes.
4-0, motion carries.
I'm going to open the meeting to public comment on agenda items only. Sure.
Please state your name and address for the record.
It's Gary Rivera, 138 Winstead Drive. It is item number 15B. I don't have the packet with me, so I wrote down a few notes here, so I don't know if you've changed since when I looked at it earlier this afternoon. It's resolution number 44-22. That's what I have a question about. The material that I saw on that resolution, if you have it in front of you, maybe you can look and just double check. The third whereas clause mentions the amount that we're deferring, and it stated $566,777. The fourth whereas clause stated a different amount, $5,567,645. Are we talking about the same thing on that resolution?
I'd have to look into it. It was drafted by our auditor.
Okay, because when I read it, it looked like we were deferring one amount of taxes in the third whereas clause, and then we were deferring a completely different amount of taxes in the fourth whereas clause, and that's a delta of $5,868. So I just want to make sure it's the right amount that we're deferring for. And that document was titled, I believe, deferring school district taxes, whereas the agenda topic says local school taxes. So maybe it's names, but sometimes there is a difference between the district and the local school. So I just want to just maybe it's just ministerial here in the agenda, but if the resolution's trued up, then that's the only thing that I saw that I thought I would mention. All right?
Thank you. So can we reach out to them and give them an idea of what's going on? Or?
The language that's in the whereas clauses are not operative. It's the language that's after the therefore is what would be controlling the situation. So if there is an error, that should be a simple, clerical error that can, after adoption of the resolution, can be rectified. That the operative was contained.
Because it's after the whereas.
Okay, just from a plain English language reading standpoint, it was slightly.
It's wrong. It's just
That's all I'm saying. Thanks, Andy.
No worries. Anyone else? We're going to close public comment on agenda items. All in favor? Monthly reports, West Hampton Township Tax Collectors Report, January 2022. Ordinance 1-2022, ordinance of the Township of West Hampton to accept the dedication of the portion of Hancock Lane located in Block 902, Lot 1. This is the second reading. We're going to open to public comment. No public comment. We're going to close public comment. All in favor?
Roll.
And roll call on 1-2022.
Committeewoman Mungo,
Wait, we need a motion and a second.
Yeah, you need a motion.
Yeah.
De Silva make a motion.
Carl second.
Roll call.
Committeewoman Berkeley,
Yes.
Committeeman Carr,
Yes.
Committeeman De Silva,
Yes.
Mayor Henley.
Yes.
4-0, motion carries.
Resolutions. 42-22, payment of vouchers. This resolution approves the payment of bills through March 1st, 2022. Do we have a motion?
Berkeley moves.
Silva seconds.
Roll call.
Committeewoman Berkeley,
Yes.
Committeeman Carr,
Yes.
Committeeman De Silva,
Yes.
Mayor Henley.
Yes.
4-0, motion carries.
Consent agenda resolutions, consent agenda. Resolutions note, consent agenda items are considered to be routine and will be enacted with a single motion. Any items requiring expenditures are supported by the certification of ability of funds. Any items requiring discussion will be removed from the consent agenda. Does anyone have anything they'd like to remove?
I'd like to pull E, please, for a separate vote and discussion.
Okay. We have a motion?
Carl motion.
De Silva will second.
Roll call?
Hang on just a minute, Mayor. I just want to note you are approving letters A through D and F on this motion and second.
Yes.
May roll call.
Committeewoman Berkeley,
Yes.
Committeeman Carr,
Yes.
Committeeman De Silva,
Yes.
Mayor Henley.
Yes.
4-0, motion carries.
So now we're going to have a separate vote for E, correct?
And discussion.
Well, are we able to discuss? Okay.
I couldn't hear. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I've already spoken to Wendy because I feel like I need to talk to her if I have any concerns for
Absolutely.
that it's not the person that I'm concerned with. We already had a shared service where we had less than a full person in this job and it didn't work out. The person that we are now sharing or want to share service with already works in Evesham and Chemung and now West Hampton. And I think that's a lot for one person to do. I met her today, seems very nice person. She told me a lot of her job would be done virtually on the computer from Evesham. And I really believe that we need a tax person in the office. People come in with lots of questions and they want to talk to somebody and it's not just during tax time. So if we're going to do this, I would like to have a full-time clerk in the office to answer questions, especially during tax season. I mean, someone came in today with a question on taxes. I was here looking at the history books the other day, and someone came in to pay taxes and didn't know how much of a late payment. And it just is very helpful. I know when Carol was here, she would do things like call people that she knew were not overly wealthy and remind them that their taxes were due and told them how much the late fees would be and try to get people to pay their taxes. It takes more than just doing a computer thing. So I'm very concerned if this would work out. I don't know how anyone else feels. I'm not here to convince you how to vote, but I just feel like I need to express my opinion.
Fair.
Thank you.
Anyone else in for a discussion?
How long is the agreement for?
Through December 31st.
Right, that's what I thought.
I think it's a temporary solution while we find a tax collector we need, because when we do find a tax collector, that's a permanent appointment, and we want to make sure that we have someone that serves West Hampton. So it gives us time to find the right person.
I've had conversations about the person that's working here, and they're supposed to be motivated, motivated to get the work done. I think that in the situation that we're in, that it doesn't hurt to attempt to look at how this is going to play out, and to make sure that we have everyone in the office that's engaged to be able to help. And not to mention, we just got done talking about our budget, and I don't know when we're going to plug that in as of yet, another full-time person. But I think that it's something that we can maybe kick the can down the road a little bit in order to make sure that we get the right person and the right situation going. And then again, give the person a chance. Like I've heard that this person, I haven't met her, you've met her, Nancy, so I heard that she's extremely confident in what she can do and what she can bring to West Hampton. And I've heard that from the Evesham people, that they have a lot of confidence in what she's able to do. I did share your same concerns, and I addressed those concerns, and I was told to just give her a chance. So, obviously with those relationships, I feel like I'm on board to just give her a chance and see what happens. Hopefully I'm not wrong, but if I am, and if we are, then our contingency plan is X, Y, Z.
And she did start today, which is hard to kind of vote once someone has started.
Absolutely. But I understand your concern, and I appreciate you bringing it, to us all to be able to discuss. So,
Thank you.
no worries. So, resolution 47-22, resolution authorizing shared service agreement for a tax collector. Do we have a motion?
Carl will motion.
DeSilva, second.
Roll call.
Committeewoman Berkeley,
No.
Committeeman Carr,
Yes.
Committeeman De Silva,
Yes.
Mayor Henley,
Yes.
3-1. Motion carries.
OPM mailbox and correspondence, there is none. Open meeting for public comment. Please remember to state your name and address for the record. I forgot to bring my little gavel. I'm going to do it. We're going to, I lost my place. We're going to close public comment. All in favor?
Aye.
There you go. Next scheduled meeting is March the 15th at 7 p.m. Historic Society presentation on Alice Paul at Rancocas Community Center on March the 18th at 7 p.m. Recreation Department Easter event on April the 7th. Liaison reports and comments for township committee members. Do we have any?
Mayor Henley, we've had one of our long-term employees pass away recently. I don't know how many people know her because she retired a little while ago, Shirley Benetzky. She worked for West Hampton for 30 years. Actually, it was on and off for 30 years because she retired 3 times and came back. So she couldn't stay away. She was basically, when she was here, known as the face of West Hampton, Mrs. West Hampton. She was the person who greeted you at the window. She also then later worked in the construction office, assistant secretary there, secretary in the clerk's office. She and her husband volunteered at the Smithville Mansion, being a docent for many years. And even after she finally retired and stayed retired, she was the historian here. If you go into the mayor's office, you will see many black albums, and what she did was collect a lot of news clips and news things that were going on in the township. And it's so interesting if you're really into history, of what goes on, what's happening, how we have grown, people that have come and go. I sat down the other day and was just amazed at what she did. Apparently, people would send things in for her to put in the albums. I would like to volunteer if it's okay. I talked to Wendy, as long as the township committee and the attorney has no problem, separate from my job here, to be the historian and keep up those albums and continue to add newspaper articles so further future people in West Hampton can see how we've grown and what we have done in the township. Lastly, I would like to request, as we've done for many other people, is that we write a proclamation honoring her. I said she's worked for us 30 years, and she lived in West Hampton for quite a while before she moved when she finally retired. So I would like to request that, Shirley Venezzi. I have her obituary that I will share. She passed away on February 6th. So thank you.
Thank you.
Also, on the table, we have some artwork sent over by the school. We couldn't have an art fair right now because the art teacher in the middle school and intermediate school is out on maternity leave. But the superintendent was so excited, he asked the art teacher in Holly Hills to send over some artwork, and we're going to get some frames. I have frames, and Wendy has frames, and we can hang them and rotate them around as we get more from other students. The essay question was finished this week, and I will pick them up next week. If anyone has any free time, I could use people to help volunteer to read. You don't have to read the whole school. They'll be broken up in grade levels. And all you need to do is look at it, and on a sheet, give them a score from 1 to 5, and zip through them, and then we can collect all the things, and we'll come up with the top winners, and I will get back to you, and we can have any discussion if you want. Okay. And anyone out there, any of the chiefs or the administrator would like to help read, we'll be glad to have your help. Thank you.
You're welcome. What I would suggest is, why don't you if you drop a few off, then we can always take them home and read them as well.
As long as they can come back, because we don't want to wait too long to honor these people.
Yeah, you ain't gonna want to lose the African-American history
Excuse me?
paper essay. We won't lose it.
No, I said you have to bring it back.
Oh, absolutely.
Can't hold on to it for 2 weeks.
No,
Are they all on paper or like?
Yes.
I'm a quick reader.
Last time we did it like an email, right? I remember having it.
Yeah, we,
Email them?
so what they did was,
Scan them?
they read them to where they had like a final 5 or something
Okay.
like that, and then, we were engaged on that final 5.
Okay.
I thought we had a whole bunch of them. that we-
Guys, this is comments. Can we continue, please?
Gotta know where to go. You guys, we
What?
got one president. So let's go, so we'll
We
go
can
on.
work it out, Mayor.
Perfect.
Sorry.
Sorry to hold you guys. You guys have something or no?
I attended the Timbuktu history event last month. I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to the Women's History one on the 18th.
Last, maybe least, I don't know, but last but certainly not least, I'll say that, Jamie had something she had to do with her kids, but she wanted to make sure that, I've reached out and said something about our fire department today, who had to deal with 2 fires, not just one, and just did a fantastic job. And that's, one of the things that we pride ourselves on. Like, we spent a lot of time today talking about, money spent, but, when it comes to our police department, our fire department, our public works, a lot of it is money well spent. And when the lights come on and when they really have to show and prove what they can do, they absolutely do actually show out for all 3 departments. So, as a resident, I'm extremely proud of what they were able to do. As a homeowner and as, someone who knows that accidents can happen, to have that security and having them around is very comforting. So, thank you, gentlemen, for everything that you do, and we definitely appreciate it. With that,
So you're going to read the
I can
red.
say that.
Oh, okay.
Huh?
Is everybody done with comments?
Yes.
Tony, did you have a comment?
No.
So you're going to read the red?
Yeah. We will be adjourning to the meeting room for a closed session. No official action will be taken. Upon conclusion, we will be adjourning the meeting.
Go ahead and read the executive session.
Executive session, resolution number March 1st, 2022. Resolution authorizing the mayor, township committee, and support staff to meet in private session, authorizing the exclusion of the public from that portion of the meeting dealing with specific issues requiring non-public discussion. Personnel. This session will occur after adjournment. No official action will be taken. Do we have a motion?
So make a motion.
Second, please.
Roll call.
Committeewoman Berkeley,
Yes.
Committeeman Carr,
Yes.
Committeeman Silva,
Yes.
Mayor Henley,
Yes.
4-0, motion carries.
And we have to sign the bill.
Go ahead and adjourn, Mayor.
Do we have a motion for adjournment?
So a second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Who didn't sign?
Yeah, I could just-
Who didn't?
I don't know. Nancy, did you sign?
No.
So ladies first.